Nonsense. 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 When are we going to stop doing this, y'all? And then that little boy was in the shot. So that means he's hearing that conversation. The other kids in there are hearing that conversation. And they probably respected the guy, especially if he was doing for them at some point in time. And now mama got some other random in there. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing his kid back from visitation or whatever and brings the kid back with some stuff. And now you think all the kids deserve some stuff. The sheer audacity of these kind of people. This is the waste, fraud, and abuse that Doge needs. You want to deport some people? Let's get rid of these people. The people that just got the game twisted. The gaslighting, narcissistic type, get rid of them. Because if they come around here, they're not going to like me. That's all I'm saying. I am not with that shit. I'm not. But at least we had the conversation. So, all right. So we did that. We did that. Now, since we're talking about people and entitlement here, let's go. Okay. We got that. Oh, we're going to get into some police stuff. All right. So I got another one, which is interesting. So this one to me is actually, it's kind of interesting because I don't know if the person is right or wrong. So I'm gonna let you guys decide, but let me give you the background, okay? Police officer pulls up on, looks like either a fire zone or no parking zone and gets a parking ticket and ends up having an argument with the lady who's giving him the parking ticket. And I want y'all to tell me who you think is in the right or who's in the wrong, okay? Let's bring it up. All right, so this guy, the officer here, okay, y'all can see it. This officer is over here. He comes up. This lady's writing a ticket for his police cruiser being in a no parking zone. Let's see how this goes.
Excuse me. What are you doing?
I'm giving you a ticket.
For what?
For one, you're parked illegally, and two, your lights aren't on.
You can clearly see I'm a police officer. I'm here on official police business.
What does that mean?
Because I'm on police business. I can park wherever I want.
No, you're parked illegally. Your lights aren't on.
They don't always need to be on.
When did that happen?
You're not giving me a ticket.
Yes, I am. That does not give you a right, because you're a police officer, to park illegally.
Look, I get this little power trip you're on. I don't know what you went through
I'm
or
just
what
doing my
got
job.
you here. Now that you have this little bit of power, you think you can exercise it on it. But I promise you're exercising it on the wrong person. Okay?
I'm just doing my job.
You're not doing your job. If you were doing your job, you would have left the police car alone. Clearly, I'm a police officer. Clearly, this is a police car. You have no reason to be issuing me a ticket.
Okay, you're getting a ticket.
Excuse me.
All right, so y'all got the gist of it. Now, I don't know for a fact that if a police officer is parked in a no parking area, that they would necessarily be exempt from the parking patrol just because it's a police car. I get that you're on police business, whatever it is, but it looks like he was just getting some coffee as opposed to like an investigation, traffic stop, going after somebody to just rob somebody. I don't know. But I'm going to say this. I think the lady held her ground, and I think that's exactly what the hell should happen. If you're an officer, you're still part of the community, and unless you are responding to a 911 call, the same as you got to follow the speed limit when you don't have them lights on, right? When the police are out there on the road with no lights on and they balling, they are breaking the law. I've seen it where another cop will pull over a cop like, dude, why are you going so fast? He's like, I'm an officer. He's like, well, put your lights on or something. Because if not, you're not doing police work. You're just driving. So you got to follow the road rules at that point, officer. So I don't like how he responded to her. He basically tried to belittle her. I don't know, like, kind of power trip you're on. Well, let me tell you what. If you get a ticket and you don't like it, you fight it in court or you send it to HR, whatever the hell police officers do if they ever get a ticket. But what you don't do is come down on this lady for doing what she's been taught to do. If a police car is parked in a place and the lights are not on, it is just another car parked at that point. Doesn't matter if it's a cop. Wouldn't even matter if it was a damn ambulance. But if it's an ambulance, normally they're picking up somebody, so they're on official ambulance business. So yeah, you know what? I'm glad this lady wrote this ticket. Now, granted, it probably did get thrown out, or maybe it got paid by the city. I don't know. But the point is, if you're an officer, if you're not responding to a crime, you're just another person on the road. You got to follow all the same rules we all got to follow. Just because you got that little suit on and that belt, the little utility belt with the all the extra stuff, and it doesn't change the fact that you're part of the community and you have to lead by example. So don't just be parking in the freaking no parking zone so you can go get Starbucks and then get mad when the lady whose job it is to walk up and down that street and get money for the city, now she's wrong when you're the one that's wrong. Now, I think if he would have came off a little nicer, maybe even apologized, ma'am, I'm sorry, I didn't know, or something, maybe it would have gone different. But the fact that he tried to belittle her, talking about, I don't know what kind of power trip you're on. I see you got this little power, so you're trying to use it on me, but it's the wrong person to use it on. You ain't nobody, bro. You just another civilian with a job. That's it. And that's all. And really, I got 10 other things for you to be doing and parking in the non-parking areas. And getting on this young lady who's trying to get her little check because she's writing the tickets for everybody that's parked in the wrong place. When you see police pull up on a spot, even if their sirens aren't on, like the sound, they still keep the lights on. Just like when they're on the side of the road pulling somebody over, they got the lights on. So you know this is police activity, this is police business. That's what the lights are for. So you know what? Screw this cop. I don't like him. He's kind of a jerk. And when you are a jerk, and the worst part is he's not even going to have to pay that ticket. I'm hoping, this is just wishful thinking, all right? I'm hoping that they take they let the ticket go through and they take the amount of the ticket out of this guy's paycheck. Because he thought he could just do whatever because he's a cop. And that's not true. You can't just do whatever because you're an officer. There are some things, and we're going to get into that when we get into this Tyree Nichols thing in a couple minutes. But yeah, you got to follow some rules too, man. Because you done got you on a power trip. That's who it is. You think this woman's on a power trip. No, you're on a power trip thinking you can just park wherever the hell you want to go get coffee. Now, if you would have worked this out with the lady, like if you'd have pulled up on her down the street, hey, I'm getting ready to park over here, go get some coffee, I guarantee it would have worked out different. But you just pulling up on the curb, doing whatever you want, just because you got that outfit on, it doesn't exempt you. And I need America to understand it doesn't exempt anybody from anything because you got a certain ass job. And I don't even know if that was correct cussing, but you get my point. So I'm through with this guy. Seriously. Tired of this.